Behavioral personality and individualized approach. Lev Tolstoy said that every happy family is happy in the same way, but every unhappy family is unhappy in their own way. Something like this could be applied to groomers' clients. Well-behaved animals like to be groomed and cooperate with. Of course, there could be some deviations from the norm, but they are not significant enough to influence groomer's job. In my memory, there are not only clients that give us a hard time, but many of them that greet our services with wagging tails. Kashmir is a female King Charles Savier Spaniel with a great optimism personality. She is always happy by now and knows her almost 8 years she started visiting us. She was only a puppy. No complaining, no problems with her. She just started wagging her tail as soon as brush touched her. Hulu, the Shih Tzu, is a good boy as well. During all the procedures he stays still. The only thing that you will need to know when working with Hulu is that you have to keep talking the entire time, or he will howl and bark, which thought may be unpleasant. Still won't cause any harm other than groomer's ears. Fluffy is a poodle that loves kissing and licking faces. Before any moving from the cage to the table, from the table to the bath, and so on, Fluffy has to kiss everybody involved in procedure. Kuzya is a black Russian terrier, no problems at all, but someone has to keep petting his neck through shaving and cuddling. Brussels Griffon Sammy is a perfect behavioral client as long as you keep feeding him tiny pieces of green apple during grooming. Badly behaved dogs need individualized approach. It is rather rare to have clients that is aggressive regardless of the situation. Most of the poorly behaved dogs have their own individualized issues, but this one doesn't allow you to touch their legs. Another hates to be touched on the ears, and the third hates the sound of clippers altogether. Bunny, a black Russian terrier, is very aggressive. When anyone approaches, he behaves his beloved owner or his cage. Every time Mr. Z brings Bunny to grooming, we avoid taking the dog directly from him. First, Mr. Z has to personally put Bunny in the cage with the leash still on the dog and sticking out of the cage. He must leave immediately. A few minutes later, a groomer can take the leash and let Bunny out of cage. As soon as Bunny realizes he is not in the cage and the owner isn't present, there is no owner or territory to protect, he relaxes and turns from the muscular giant into Big Mush. God forbid, however, if anyone forgets to leave the leash sticking out of the cage during any part of the grooming procedure. Bunny will protect his temporary home to the death rather than let intruder hands in. Also, it makes sense to place an early dog in a lower cage when he can easily seen and reached. Mickey is a miniature red poodle, is more like a miniature red demon. He has to be muzzled at all times. Even when Mickey is muzzled, the groomer working on him has to keep talking to him the entire time in the death alphabetical male voice. Cleaning Mickey's face is always a tricky job. Helper has to slide his fingers under the muzzle while holding Mickey's mouth slightly shut. Slide the muzzle off while still holding Mickey's mouth shut with his fingers, and the groomer has to shave the dog's face and lips spots by tiny spots. After they're done, the muzzle has to be put back. Charlie is a black and white cocker spaniel, prone to hysterics. The only way to complete the job on him is to sing loudly during the entire procedure. Roy is well-behaved mutt as long as there is a running water near his ground. It's so bad that washing him we need to fill cups with water and smash his grounds with them. In similar situations, sponge or washcloths can be used in the area around the face. Since seduction is a last resort, there are so many alternatives to forced grooming of aggressive dogs and cats. In many situations, a trainer helper can hold down aggressive hysterical animal fairly well during the grooming. And this is the picture. Picture 2, limitations of the dog, movement of the help. Proper helper's position prevents sudden moves of the patient and keep dog rather comfortable. The hand around the dog's neck prevent bites and most movement in front. The closer, the stronger the dog head is kept to the helper chest, the less chances to bite. The head under the dog's belly keep it standing and excluding any jumps from the table. Both sides can be served. Arms and fingers can be used to petting and massage, which makes dogs calmer. So this is wrong, this is right. Picture 3, limitation of the cat movement by helper. Top arm position is wrong because it leaves unprotected veins of the helper hand, mark 1. Bottom arm position protector helps and limit cat's movement for fixation of the back and rear legs. Muzzled around, another way to groom an animal against its wishes. E-collars often limit risky behavior, picture 4, which is this one. When a groomer has to shave the face of the problematic dog, rope ribbon can be used instead of a muzzle. And picture 4, Elizabethic collar effectively prevents bites and calms the animal without additional problems for breathing. But the main weapon in such a situation is psychological. Shift the dominance position and negative reinforcement and discouragement, support and surprise are the ways that can be convert a bad dog into a good one.